Live.
Go live.
We're going live. We're live.
Hey guys, welcome to the Flip Flop Flipper Power Hour.
Woo! Today's a good day, guys. We are real estate investors again. We say we're going to the foreclosure sale. We go to the foreclosure sale. We're 0 for 10. Now we're 1 for 11, baby. Woohoo!
Yeah.
We followed all the rules. We bought a property that's freaking incredible. We could have gone to almost $200,000 on it, and we bought it for $165 all in with back taxes, transfer fees, the whole freaking nine.
Yep.
I shot a video about it. The clerk yelled at us for that. And Don's going to have to take the heat on that because I announced to the room.
I'm going to get arrested tomorrow.
I said, is it okay if I shoot this video? And they were not paying attention.
He said it in a really low voice.
I said it.
He said, can I shoot this video now? Okay, thank you.
Well, you don't want to disturb the court.
No,
Hey
he was
guys,
counting money.
Craig at the Flip Flop Flipper.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm buying money. Here we go. All right,
what are you gonna do with it? You're gonna flip? You're gonna wholesale
yes.
it or what?
So we're gonna
sell it.
It's a flip because we have to buy it. We have to buy it and then resell it. So it's a flip. But we're really excited to get that thing going.
Yeah.
We already have somebody that came with us today.
We got the keys to it. We're in it. We're putting a lockbox on it, having it cleaned out tomorrow.
Tomorrow there's going to be someone seeing the property, hopefully make an offer on it, and we can get it out of our hands fast.
Juan Perlon from Apex is going to help us sell it.
Nice.
3 investors from Apex are in it with us. Actually, I don't know if Joel has joined Apex yet, but he's going to.
Joel needs to join tomorrow.
Joel's going to join tomorrow. So we're going to have 3 people that are in Apex that are partnered with us on this. And look, we're going to be going to the foreclosure sale for the rest of the year and all of next year. And we're going to ramp it up now. We went to 11 in September. We're going to go to as many as we can in October and then November. We're going to take the rest of the week off from going to the sale, but then next week we'll be back at it. And yeah. That's it, guys. Listen, when we say we're going to go to the foreclosure sale, people come in from Apex. They say, let's partner. I tell people all the time, guys, if we say we're going to buy a house, you can count on it. That means that we're going to buy a house. It may not mean that we buy a house tomorrow or today, but don't think that a month's going to go by because we're going to buy a house. And we're going to make some money.
We bought it.
You make your money when you buy. I put a post out there in the free school account and 2 videos. One where I say, hey, do we follow the rules? Or in my post, I say, do we follow the rules? One video shows you what the rules are. And then the second video is us buying something. And we followed all the rules, got a great deal. What's better than that?
I love it.
It's exciting.
Guys, if you have questions about foreclosures, if you got questions about any of that process, we're your guys. I do have a question, guys, from school. Jameer is not going to be here tonight. They got hit hard with the hurricane over the, I guess that was over the weekend. Yeah. And they had a question. They wanted to know, how do you enrich your community through real estate investing that's just experienced natural disaster, which is something we actually have a ton of experience in. So I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, I mean, so we do. We came to Puerto Rico because of Hurricane Maria, but when you're in that situation, you should know this, that there's a 5-year cycle. Thanks, McKenna, for this question. I didn't know this was coming, but this has been a thesis of mine for many years, and it's played out over and over again. It played out again on the island of Puerto Rico after we came for Maria. Right now, when you have devastation and you're a real estate investor, I would not be thinking about how can I buy some distressed real estate. You should be thinking about, how can I help my neighbor? Be a good neighbor. Go out there and help people clean up, help get their lives back in order. Right now it's devastation. And so it's a 5-year cycle. And the first part of that cycle is this immediate recovery. It's an incredible amount of work that needs to happen right after the storm is cleared. And I don't know how many times in the last 25 years we've had the storm leave and within like really probably while we're still getting the tail end of the storm, I'm jumping in the truck and driving out to see, because we've got houses, we've got tenants, we've got people that rely on us to provide them things, and we need to make sure that the houses survive the storm. So we would go out even right as the storm is leaving and try to assess damage, and then get a crew together and start cutting trees down and go help your neighbor, go help your friends, whoever's in need. There are some people that are in tremendous need. Hopefully it's not one of you, but if it is, hopefully you have a good neighbor who's going to come around and start helping. And that's what has to happen, right? We need tarps on roofs. We need trees cut off of cars. Think about, McKenna, how many times we've had the hurricanes go through and what happens right after the storm. There's a cleanup that happens that's amazing, right? Like it's
Incredible.
It's a lot of work that's going to happen. And that storm, man, that thing packed a wallop, didn't it?
Lots of
Category 4 out of
rain.
nothing.
Yeah, and it had massive impact all the way into South Carolina, like coming through land and then having this huge impact all the way up through South Carolina. That's pretty devastating. That storm was powerful.
Yeah.
So what's the next phase of the 5-year cycle?
Yeah, so the first phase is just this immediate kind of disaster recovery and go be good neighbors. What will happen over the next several months is that insurance companies will start to pay out. You will see FEMA come in and they'll set up ways for people who've got a chainsaw to go and make some money and start cleaning up the town and grabbing all of the rubbish and stuff off, clearing the streets is first. But ultimately what will happen for real estate investors, about 6 months, maybe 7-8 months from now, there will be people who will have left town. They will get an insurance check and they will just be ready to sell their property. So it will create an opportunity for real estate investors to come in and buy houses at a good price and fix them up. And then the better part of the next 3 or 4 years will be a recovery. By around 3.5 years or 4 years in, you'll start to see the communities will be in like complete rebuild mode. So, and we have seen this play out. It's a 5-year cycle and it happens time and time again. So initially is just this massive recovery that needs to happen. Then the insurance and FEMA money will come in, and then eventually everything will get good again. And as long as another storm doesn't come again in between, people will forget that this terrible storm came and life will go back to normal. But yeah, that's what I would do right now. It's just concentrate on being a good neighbor. Go out there, even if you can, bring people water. But if you've got a chainsaw, go help your neighbor cut down the tree that fell on her car.
Let's do that. So we got a couple questions here. What foreclosure sale are you talking about? So the municipal foreclosure sale that happened in Carolina today, the starting bid was $93,000. It got bid up all the way to $158,100, and plus closing costs and everything.
Yeah, we think $2,500 in back taxes, another couple $1,000s on a transfer fee when we changed the title, $18 to actually do the thing today.
Yeah,
you need to pay that still.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Pay that tomorrow. So we're figuring we're all in somewhere right around 165,000 bucks.
Yep. So that's pretty exciting.
The thing that I like about it is
tomorrow?
that we told the world that we were going to do it. We even made videos of the house that we were going to buy. I think we did 2 of them.
Yeah.
2 shorts where we said, look, this is going to the foreclosure sale and we're going to go and we're going to try to buy it. Then we went, we bought it. So we really live this stuff. We're actual real estate investors. When we say we're going to the foreclosure sale, this isn't just for show. We're going there. We're going to make attempts to buy it. And now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to sell it to another real estate investor, very likely, who will come in and still get a great price, and they will fix it up and they will make money.
Foreclosure sales are not available for municipality foreclosure sales. You have to go physically, but there are other companies like Ripo Subasta.
What's the question? Are they online?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. So in Puerto Rico, they're definitely not online. There are online auctions that are bank-owned properties. But what we're talking about is the actual foreclosure sale. So this is when the bank, yesterday, the homeowner owned the house. Today, we own the house. In between, the bank did the foreclosure. So that's how that happened. If we weren't the high bidder and the bank was the high bidder, today the bank would be the owner of the house.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
And they are available online in a lot of the continental U.S. In Florida, almost all of the counties are available online. And I'd say that is not good for you as the buyer, Jason. If you want to go and find these deals, it's better to go and find a local county that's not online, that you can be in the room with 10 other people and you're the only ones bidding, because you're not bidding against these guys in New York, the BlackRock and, you know, Vanguard. They do buy these houses at auction, or they were at least.
Oh, they
so
still
it's
are.
pretty, and they still are, yeah, on these
Well-
online auctions. But when you're in a small room and it's just locals, you know, you get a much better price. What was the room like
Well,
today for you guys?
It was like 11.
There were
real estate
11 or 12
investors.
people in the room. There were 5 or 6 people who started out bidding, and there were 3 people that were
Towards the end.
serious about it. It ended up being between us and one other guy for the last $5,000 or so. So if this one guy didn't show up, we would have bought the house for $5,000 cheaper.
Yeah.
If 2 guys didn't show up, we would have probably bought the house for
Hundreds
$25,000 or $30,000 cheaper.
Yeah.
So there were some people that were bidding at around 100 to 125.
Yeah.
Then it was just 3 of us for the rest of the way.
And today we met a gentleman that does a lot of foreclosure sales in Houston, Texas.
Yep.
And he explained to us that every first Tuesday of the month, all foreclosure sales, and we're talking about all types, HOAs, mortgages, all types of foreclosure sales happen this one day during the day. Like, you'll have the courthouse in Texas filled up with, 100 people in 100 different sales. So
Whoa.
what we do here is much easier. And if you do it online, it's even easier. Having to go. That was pretty crazy. You went to one of those, right?
I've been to the foreclosure sale in Houston. I've seen the madness. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I
bet.
really wanted to start going there and buying on the regular. That was back, McKenna, when we had T-Bolt, and we were buying with the fund. So we had deep pockets, and we were looking for a market. And the problem with Houston was it was just so far, so vast. It was such a big area that if you bought a couple of properties and you had to pay for them all in a day, you'd have a really hard time sending people out. I mean, you'd have to do an incredible amount of work, and it was hundreds and hundreds. And he says even tomorrow there's going to be hundreds and hundreds of houses that go through the foreclosure sale, and they'll be running all at the same time. Complete chaos. I mean, really, really good situation for the flip-flop flipper. Like that was what I loved it. But man, you talk about hard. Holy cow.
So the auctions are going at the same time, like multiple houses?
Right, like a cluster of 50 people standing there with one person from the bank holding an auction, and 10 feet away, another cluster of 50 people bidding on another house. And it was like this all over the courthouse, inside and outside. I have no idea yet how you follow what was going on, which again was something I really liked. I was like, man, you need all the money too right away, and nobody knows what's going on. It was a sight to see.
That sounds like a good time.
Puerto Rico's not like that. There were only 10 guys in the room bidding.
Going into the next question, how does it work in Puerto Rico?
So the way that it works in Puerto Rico is the time is set by the judge. So today's sale was set at 9:30 a.m. in the courthouse in Carolina, and we showed up. All of the people who were there to bid, there were like 10 or 11 of them, gave their name, the name of the company that they were going to try to win the property in. And the clerk, I would call him a clerk, or he was a sheriff. I'm not sure.
It's like the sheriff. But
Maybe he's the sheriff. In Orlando, it would be the clerk of the court.
Yeah.
Here, I think it's a sheriff. He started holding the sale and just said, the opening bid is $93,000 from the bank. Do I hear a higher bid? And then one guy says 100 grand, and then 102, 105, 110, going around the room, and you just see them drop off, right? Yeah. And that's what's so encouraging to me, guys, is not that we bought the one house. I love that we bought the one house for less than 50 cents on the dollar. That's great. But the most encouraging thing for me is I believe that if we're set up properly, we'll be able to attend sales all over the island, and we're going to be one of the few people that's in the running to buy everything. Last week we missed out on one that was a tremendous deal in Mayaguez, and that excited me. And so then today,
deal of a lifetime.
I mean, I think today we bought it less than 50
that's for sure
cents on the dollar compared, so if we think it's worth $3.50 and we paid $1.65, that comes out to like 47 cents on the dollar. Wow. Not bad at all.
I have another question from school that someone sent in. Hey guys, also, we run through these questions real quick, but it often gets pretty hectic in the chat. So if you have questions and you want to get to them to me earlier, shoot me a DM on school, make a post, whatever, and I'll try and get to them here.
Keep posting your
Someone was
questions here in
asking
the
me
chat.
about the software that you guys use to gather all of the foreclosure data. What is that called again, and how do you access it?
It's called Edictos y Subastas. And it's a paid website service. I think it's $45 a month. And you have to go through all the information. It doesn't give you everything. It'll give you the basic information. It'll give you case number. It'll give you catastro number. It'll give you a very terrible description of the property.
Yeah.
So, and the address is usually wrong. So you have to know all these things going into it when you start searching the property to try to find it like on Google Maps and stuff like that if you want to go check the property out. And then most of the other information you have to do title search and all that stuff. We have a separate party that does that.
Yeah, and we're figuring that out, how we can do that on scale, because right now Adon's doing a lot of it himself. We've got a good friend that we're able to call and sort of verify stuff. But we were checking title and checking back taxes. We were doing all of that up until like 9 o'clock this morning. And we've known that we wanted to buy this thing for a while, but this is a lot of work that goes into each and every one of these. And 10 times this month, we did all of the work and we lost.
Yes.
So how many times do you think we saw that house? 3 or 4 times before today's auction? We've been in
Definitely
it
3
twice
or 4
before
more.
today.
3 or 4 times.
So we knew precisely what it needed as far as repairs. We had driven the neighborhood, seen the comps. And then today, the last thing that we had to do this morning was, well, we had to get all the money there. We actually, McKenna, had Juan Perlon showed up with 40 grand for us. I mean, while we were bidding, I'm telling Adon, go slow.
Go slow down. I'm like,
Slow
I don't
down.
know what that means.
And Juan's saying, I'm 3 minutes out. I'm 2 minutes out. I'm slow down. Juan's in the room. Okay, bid it. Let's go.
All right. And you know how stressful it is? You're the guy making all the calls saying, hey, 100,000, this and that. And then you have the guy next to you pull the phone and say, hey, can you tell this guy how to get into the room?
You got to.
And I'm like, I'm trying to listen to the number. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Go get him.
Spanish, isn't it? I didn't even think about that.
So we have to, part of the thing is that you have to pay as soon as the guy says, I mean, he says PR consultants once, twice, 3 times, give me the freaking money.
Yeah.
That's
100% of the money.
100% of the money. 100%. Yeah. No take backs, no get out of jail free cards.
No backsies.
No take backsies. Yeah.
We're going to set up a call with this guy, Anthony. I don't know if you're here in the chat, Anthony. If you say are, or if you are, say hi.
Say are.
But he's coming from Chicago. He does foreclosures up there. And he was asking me earlier today, you know, how much money do I need to bring? I do 25% down and pay in full the next day in Chicago. But he wants to come down to Puerto Rico and come to some auctions. He heard about you guys doing in the videos, so he's flying down next week.
Oh, good.
Sweet.
So then we'll go show him what's going on.
Oh, we'll send them the form, fill it out.
Is Anthony a part of Apex?
He is not a part of Apex, but I'm sure he will be soon.
But he's gonna be.
But yeah, if you guys are there auctions next week that people could go to?
There's auctions every week. And if you want to come with us, you need to join Apex. The only way. The only way.
5 days a week, McKenna, in all of the
municipalities.
That's it. That one. 72 of them island wide. Some of them will cluster together, but that's a lot of different places that there can be a sale, and it's Monday through Friday, 5 days a week.
And some of these municipalities will how do you call it? The auction will happen if it's a Dorado house going for sale. It might happen in Bayamon.
Yeah.
Or it might happen in another place. Like Camuy doesn't have central judicial.
Yeah, so they'll probably go to Arecibo or Hatillo.
Yeah, so you have to
for that courthouse.
Pay attention to those things. Those are really key. How do you know when the sale is on, and is there a list or a process to find them if you want to get started? So the website is Edictos en Subastas. You can go there and it'll show you all the auctions of all types there. We're putting a list together every month that we provide to our Apex members, where they will be able to see everything that we're cherry picking for that month, because we're looking at things. We're looking at a lot of things, but we're trying to go with strategy to these things so we can maximize. Like, hey, we didn't get 10 of them, but we got the one that was on the list. So we'll go after these things pretty aggressively.
Yeah.
I think there's another question.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we are sharing our list on Apex, but I don't want people to think I don't want anyone to think that that's like the beat all end all list.
No.
That's a list that we're using internally to decide for ourselves what we're thinking about going to.
Correct.
There are, for the month of September, there were dozens and dozens of other properties that we didn't go to. So if you want to buy something, for instance, in Ponce, we're not even looking at Ponce. If you want to buy things in the mountains, we're not even making an attempt to look at things in the mountains.
Yeah.
We're basically looking at the San Juan metro area right now.
Yeah.
And we'll probably expand that out a little bit over the next month or two.
Correct. So Jason has another question. So like here in Florida, find the home, look it up and send it to an attorney to check title and try to win. The questions are, their code lien separate from the sale, or does the sale cure everything?
Yeah, so the foreclosure sale is a great place to cure some title defects. For instance, there could be code liens and things like that, as long as they're named and they're inferior liens. So as long as what's being foreclosed on is the superior note, for instance, today's was a first mortgage, right?
Yes.
So then if there was a named second mortgage, if there were any code liens, as long as they name them, they get wiped out. But here's the trick, and it doesn't matter if you're doing this in Florida or New York or Texas, if they don't get named, they survive, right? So you really have to do a lot of work. And if you're going to do it the way that Jason is suggesting and send it off to an attorney to do this work for you, remember, guys, we lost 10 times. So that would mean 10 times we would pay that attorney to do that work. That's a lot of money when you're doing that every single month. So just be careful. You want to learn to do this stuff yourself. It's an incredible amount of work, but you're going to want to get to a place where you're actually doing the titles in-house. For us in Florida, we had McKenna's mother is an attorney, and so she became one of the best title persons in the country, I think. I mean, she really, really knows her stuff when it comes to the Florida foreclosure market and being able to tell us what's a good title and where the liens fall and what position they fall in. So there was some question this morning on this property as to whether or not there was a $26,000 first mortgage that was supposed to be expired, but it wasn't showing initially as having been wiped out. But it looked like it was, but we just weren't sure. So we had to kind of call in the big heavy hitting guns to clear that up.
Yes.
That gets expensive if you're doing that every single time.
And Jason, we're happy to be sharing here. And if you join Apex, we share a lot more there.
Well, and I think he's in Aguadilla, so maybe we can go to the auction in Aguadilla.
He's in Aguada.
Aguada.
Oh,
but we'll go. We're going over there as well.
Yeah, and
we went all the way to Maya West this month.
We told people we were going to the foreclosure sale, starting maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We did have a few people who flew into town last week that went around and saw some of these houses with us and looked at some other stuff that we're doing and decided to go with us. And that's how we put the money together to go to this sale. And we're going to continue to do that with the group inside of Apex. So
yes,
if you want to be a part of that, we say all the time, we want to partner with people and we want to do real estate together. In Apex, we're able to really get to know each other and form these small groups and go and buy some stuff.
Yes.
We can do it somewhat through YouTube, but really you do business with people you know, like, and trust. The way that we get to know each other better is by having interaction. So tonight is great. People are asking questions. We're starting to get to know each other. Later on, you come on Apex and we can see each other face to face. We have some emails. Maybe you fly into Puerto Rico.
He's inviting us to his house. We're going to go.
Or we'll go to your house for sure. Yeah, we love it. That's what has to happen, right? That's how we find the people that we want to partner with. And you got to like us. We got to like you. We're going to figure out who's going to do what, right?
Yeah. And that was a question I have for Jason. If you were going to go to the sale in Aguada, what kind of legwork do we need to do? And, how does he get involved in that?
Well, what we did, for example, we went to a foreclosure sale in Mayagüez. I'm not familiar with the area, neither is he.
Yeah.
But we have one of our Apex members named Noel, who is familiar with the area. He has long-term rentals there for students. I sent him the address. He has connections down there. His connection went and looked at the property, took pictures, showed us that, hey, this is a good property. And that's how we made the decision to go that morning
we
at 6 o'clock in the morning.
and drove. And then, guys, when we got
pretty good short.
when we got there, we realized that the house was way better in person than it was in the pictures.
Yes.
So we had an idea of what it looked like by seeing the pictures, but once we showed up, we automatically kind of instantly knew that we didn't bring enough money.
Yep.
And then it was kind of a race to the bank to get more money.
That was great.
As we
Photo
get
finish.
into this and are set up better, we'll have all of this stuff done ahead of time, right?
Yes.
So that's a learning curve that we're going through. And I want to emphasize, for 26 years, I've made my living buying in the most dangerous place to buy, which is the foreclosure sale. And it's still a learning curve for us because now we're in a new market. Hey, Noel.
Noel.
How are
He's
you?
the man. We bought something today, Noel. Let's go look at it tomorrow.
He's seen it too with us already, right? But we'll go.
He has, but we're going to shoot a video.
Oh, yeah. We're going to
Get Joel as well. We're going to get all the members that bought it, and we're going to go shoot a video.
Yep.
Are you buying these properties with people in Apex or?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this one, Noel right here, put money in. Joel's going to join Apex tomorrow. He put money in.
And Oscar.
And we have Oscar that also is in Apex, and he put money in. So
and Juan Perlon, who's also in Apex,
put money in.
Gave me 40 grand today at the last minute because the wire didn't come in yesterday.
Yeah. That was pretty fun.
It's good to have good friends.
That was pretty fun. Like, I'm looking at him the whole time, like, do I keep going? Do I stop? He's like, no, keep going. I'm like, all right.
What would have happened if you won the bid and Juan's 30 seconds out of the room and they say no?
So what I could have,
yeah, go ahead.
What I was gonna say is like, hey, he's outside. I'm gonna go get him.
I wouldn't even do that because they might, if you did that in front of the room, they may instantly rehold the sale. I think we'd just start giving them the money that we have, having them count it up, and have Juan come and meet us. As long as he's only 30 seconds away. If he was a half hour away, we would have had to have stopped bidding.
Yeah.
We would have had to.
Yeah.
If we accidentally went over what we had, but they would probably scold us. I don't know if they would throw us out of the sale or what.
But last time, remember the first time we went?
Yeah.
When we went to the first auction, we had the majority of the money. We're missing a couple $100, and they gave us a moment to go to the ATM and pull the money out, or go to the bank and pull money out.
I wouldn't count on that every time.
I'm not saying count on these things, but it all depends. You know, if you're showing up and you only have $25,000 and you bid it up all the way to 150, the guy's got to look at you like, all right, you have nothing to do here.
Yeah.
But if it's, you know, a couple $1,000 or something, and say, hey, the guy's outside, I'm gonna go get him right now.
Yeah.
And it's like he said, give him the money first, let him start counting, because there's a whole process. And by the time they start counting, everybody already left the room. So as everybody left, they either gonna start calling people back, or you gotta give me time to get what I'm missing and get it back.
What would happen there if everybody's left the room and then
they got everybody's
the high bidder
number.
doesn't have the money?
They call
them all back.
They call them all back.
Oh,
all right, guys.
But, you know, we have the money.
I'll fly down as an unaffiliated gringo. They'll never know we're related. Win the high bid, not have the money. Everyone else leaves, but you two are still there.
Yeah.
They
and then we
kick
come in
me
and buy
out
it later.
when we host the auction.
We need to delete this video after we're done.
They're gonna love it.
Yeah. They already like your dad's video from today.
Oh my god.
I called the guy to ask him, hey, is the paperwork ready to pick up? He's like, 2 things. And I'm like, oh, okay. 1, I didn't say you can record in here. I'm like, whoa, wait, what are you talking about? Someone recorded me, my liking, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, that wasn't me. You and I were counting money. I don't know who could it possibly be. I asked him, I turned over to him. I'm like, did you record the guy? He's like, no. And I'm like, I don't know who it was, but I will talk to everybody. Don't worry. Then he sends me the video. It's so clearly the flip-flop flipper. You're like, hey, we won this thing today.
Yeah. Well, so in my defense, I thought he was saying, did we film the actual auction? Which I have done previously, but I didn't do it today.
Yeah.
So I filmed his face.
That's what
you're not What are the rules in Puerto Rico? In Florida, if you're out in public, you're allowed to be filmed.
We're inside the courthouse, so I don't know if we're allowed or not.
It's a public.
But either way, we don't want to fight with the guy. We want to be friends with that guy.
We want to be friends with the guy.
Yeah. So we'll apologize, and
it was pretty fun. We'll put the short here in a link so you guys can watch it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, we'll blow it up so everyone can see
it in there. Put it in there. I put it in the free account.
Send it to me.
Send it to you.
I'll look for it. But yeah, that was pretty fun. And like he said, and like we said in the beginning, he likes saying these things very low. hey guys, are you okay? We're gonna shoot a video in here. Is that? Oh, everybody said okay. No one said anything.
No one said. You guys were busy counting money. I said it. I was pretty loud. I was like, hey, I'm going to shoot this video. Is everybody okay with that?
No,
and they ignored me.
It's the first time he uses his inside voice. So that was pretty good. But yeah, so that was really exciting. And if you guys, so you guys know these auctions, as long as there are people there bidding, you can go as an observer and go watch how the process works. Now it's easier if you know Spanish, but if you don't, just know that that's a possibility.
For whatever reason today, I was having a hard time following the number. I thought they jumped it from like 120 to 150 right away. And that's I was like, oh no.
No, I'm like, don't distract me. That guy's still at 125.
Yeah, it was 125, and I heard 150 for some reason, and I thought we're not winning this.
No, we're winning.
But then as soon as it got down to where they were going up by $500 at a time, I was like, we're gonna win this.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Guys, Abode Vacation Rental says that's awesome. I
Oh,
believe that's Aaron.
Aaron. We also got to celebrate Aaron today.
Yes, we do.
Closed his deal.
Way to go, Aaron.
In Apex. Apex member.
So he's up in Maine, guys. If you're not familiar with Aaron's deal, he's been here on the live before. And he gets a couple of pretty interesting deals, and he just closed his first one, which is very exciting. And we're tracking the progress, and we are, Aaron, we're ready to help however you need us to. So, if you get stuck somewhere in this process, let us know, because we want to see you succeed, and we want to see what happens to this thing. And I want to come stay in the cabin in the woods that's decked out and ready to go. So
I'll go. I think, Aaron, it's worth a trip to Maine, although it's probably getting pretty cold. So we'd have to do it very fast. Unless we're going to go ice fishing, which I could be talked into, but yeah, I think it's worth a trip to Maine so that we can shoot your house and do a video of you doing the renovation and just follow along. So we'll all live vicariously through your cold ass winter there in Maine as you renovate a house. And we'll put it on YouTube.
And hey guys, we're also talking about going to Portugal to look at some property. So let us know on YouTube, let us know in school, anywhere where you're interested in seeing us go and finding properties. And we're here to serve. We're trying to do real estate, but we have a fun time doing it. And going to Maine sounds exciting. Going to Portugal sounds exciting, but I know there's other great ideas, and I know there's other great properties. So if you hear of something, if you want us to go look at something, let us know.
I'm interested also, guys, in Argentina and maybe El Salvador. I've always wanted to go to Panama, so I could be talked into going anywhere. So if somebody's got a great deal that we can go look at, you could probably talk me into it.
Have you heard about real estate in Japan?
Yeah, it's practically free stuff.
Yes, I want to go down there.
Live there.
Yeah,
I don't want to live there, but I want to go party over there.
Party in Japan?
Yeah, you don't want to drive Mario Kart, on the streets.
No,
you haven't seen those things?
No.
Oh man. What?
Are you talking about like Tokyo Drift or?
No, these guys rent you little go-karts. You dress up like Mario characters and you drive the streets and play Mario Kart. That's what I'm in. Come on.
Do they have a great big ape that's going to chase us?
You're gonna be dressed.
I'll be the big ape.
You're gonna be dressed in that.
I'll dress as the ape and chase you. Oh, that would be too sick.
I'm throwing a turtle at your ass.
I'm Donkey Kong.
I hear though that real estate, it's super cheap, and I guess they only expect it to last 100 years at a time. Like that's just how they're
everything's built out of wood.
Which is pretty interesting as a flipper. If you can come in and can you then restart that 100-year timeline somehow? Buy something that is in, disrepair. It's at the end of its life. I wonder what their system is.
Do they sell the land with it, or do they do like 100-year leases?
I don't know. I think that you own it. I think you own it. I think you own it. I'm not sure, but it's and I don't know if they let foreigners. I think they do.
No, they do. I've seen videos. Those are the videos I've been seeing, like some guy from Europe and stuff buying stuff down there and renovating themselves. It's pretty cool.
I'd like to partner with people. I bet we could find a local Japanese guy that would partner with.
That'd be pretty cool.
So you guys, if you know anybody, share our content with someone over there so that we've got a chance that we can go partner up.
This is a short from today, us winning the bid. I mean the foreclosure sale.
Anthony Nicholson. Hello there, team. I met you guys at the Creative Investor Conference here in Puerto Rico. And not Anthony, Antoine. Good to see you. I'm a real estate agent here in the island, and I will like to scale my business and where I'm needed, and I'm needing guidance. McKenna, congratulations on the wedding. Thank you. It's official. It's going well. Where are you stuck with your business? And, how can we guide you? What are you trying to do? If you're a real estate agent, I guess you're probably trying to sell more properties.
Anthony, we got a foreclosure sale we should buy. I don't know if you know, but we're ready to sell.
Yeah, we want to sell tomorrow. Can you help us?
You guys are motivated sellers. You're tired landlords. You've had it for 6 hours now.
For about 8 hours. Yeah. I don't need this thing in my life no more.
But so how do you guys work with realtors on these properties? Because I know you use multiple realtors. If he wanted to come in and do some business with you, what would you do?
Yeah, I mean, so definitely we're open to talking to realtors about selling. And the way that the sales process works on the island, the MLS isn't super great. So we're not keen on doing individual long-term like listings, right? Like a normal listing agreement. What we like to do is just give pocket listings. We'll pay 2 or 3%. We can talk about it ahead of time. You go find the buyers, bring them to us, and we're happy to pay a commission. So if you go sell the next few foreclosures that we've got, we'll make you our exclusive guy, right? But to start out, we probably have 25 realtors right now that we call on the regular when we want to sell something and let them know what we've got coming up.
Yep. Of those 25 though, how many have sold it? How many have done it?
A few.
I can only think of a couple.
Like 3.
Yeah.
4 or 5 probably.
Total. So there's competition there, but it's the reason they're successful is they're putting in the work and they've got a system and they're doing it. A lot of people don't do it. So there's room.
And a lot of these guys, the guys that are doing it, are also co-broking and doing things like that make the needle move faster. A lot of other ones are like, no, this is my commission. Yeah. I'm gonna do it all, and we'll see if we bring somebody.
That's right.
And then beat you down on the price. And like, are you helping me or you're helping the other guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but look, we'd be happy to sit down and have a coffee, talk to you. We're talking about how to scale businesses every week over on Apex. So we do a masterclass about a hot topic in real estate investing. This week, we're going to have JC Morales come and teach a course on how to make piles of cash using the Airbnb line of investing. So
Airbnb arbitrage and stuff like that.
Our background is more traditional buy, fix, and hold with long-term rentals. And now we actually do hotel stuff. But JC had started out with Airbnb arbitrage, and he's done like $100 million worth of Airbnb deals. I mean, something stupidly ridiculous and awesome. And so that's going to be a pretty fun talk. Also, you guys, I'm going to really push for all of the people in our free account to join us on Apex this month. We're going to make an attempt to win the school games. So that means we need your help. And we're looking to put hopefully 1,500 people into the Apex during the month of October. That's a big goal, right? Like that's a difficult thing for us to expect that we can accomplish, but we like to do big goals. So I'm announcing it to the world at the end of October. If we've only put 100 people in there, I have failed miserably, and you guys can call me out on it. So I'm telling you, we're going for it, and we'd love to have you guys come join us. So we've got a stacked lineup for the master classes all month.
Let's let them know. So we got JC Morales
on October 3rd.
We have Dev Razzo, who is
she started the REN, the Women Real Estate Investors Network
in California.
And that's a national group of women investors that are just out there killing it, doing really.
She's going to talk about leadership and organization.
Yeah, and she is, for me, I've probably learned more from her as a partner than any partner that I've had recently.
You have a partner in your deals?
She's partnered with me on the Kaihor property. And I look forward to that meeting every week just because of Deb Razzo, because she brings something to the table. The way that she leads people and makes her ask and gets people to do stuff, I've never seen anybody do better at it. Like she can tell you, Adon, you didn't do this very well. And at the end of it, you're just begging her to give you another chance, and you're going to do it better, and you feel good about yourself. It's
Nice.
freaking amazing how she talks.
That's
to people.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then also we're gonna have a Act 60 expert.
Yeah.
And who's the last one?
So we don't know who the Act 60 expert is, but hopefully, I believe we've got him locked in. This is Jerry Norton,
The big
flipping
man.
genius himself. So I'm making that announcement. I believe that we're going to have him on the 24th of
October.
The last Thursday of October.
No, the last Thursday is the 30th.
Oh, you're right. The 31st, yeah. Oh, then that's Halloween. Yeah, so the 24th.
We're gonna do the last master class on Wednesday, the 30th. Jerry's gonna teach with us on the 24th, and we're still trying to dial in the topic. I mean, Jerry's the flipping genius, right? So he could obviously come in and teach us about wholesale. He also likes to renovate big $1 million mansions,
Which
and
is what he's doing right now.
That's what he's doing on the island of Puerto Rico, and it's pretty fun. We saw him talk recently. McKenna, you were there, where he talked about passive income through becoming a private lender. And so I think it's one of those three topics. I'm going to let him pick the one that he cares most about in the moment, because he's Jerry Norton and he gets it like that.
And the beauty about this thing is you will have an hour after he's done talking about his topic to ask him questions directly to the man.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
And that's with all Apex presenters this month. So,
all right. So back to the questions. Who do we got? Who's up?
Yes. Going back to Properties International, Principles of Increase is telling us there's pre-construction properties in Dominican Republic and in Panama. DR still has good, cheap land options too. We went and looked at properties in the DR.
I thought there were some amazing deals there. Like
it was interesting.
We went and looked at a hotel project that was on the river and kind of in the middle. I don't know where that was, but it was beautiful. Yeah. And it was like 160 grand. I felt pretty good actually about getting out of there without purchasing it. Because we stayed there and I'm like, holy cow, this is a deal.
I need to buy it.
And I really I don't know, you guys. I've got a disease. I always like the next deal the most. And so this place we stayed at was gorgeous, and it was really cash on cash returns were huge. So I think the Dominican Republic is a possibility down the road.
I mean, imagine you buy something for 160 and your room night is still $100 minimum to stay there.
And they had 10 rooms or 15 rooms or something.
And over there, in difference to Puerto Rico, you can have a full resort style hotel. Like all amenities. You never need.
Why can't you have that here?
It's a law.
It's a law that we can't have it all.
Hey, look, we'll ask ChatGPT, but yes, you can. It's not available.
That's not available.
Not available.
All right, I'm challenging that. I'd like to. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Someone here is going to tell me.
I'd like someone to say why we can't have an all-inclusive resort.
Just can't have it, man. All right,
just not allowed.
Can't have it.
It's not allowed. I wonder if it has to do with the beaches and stuff. Atlantic City, New Jersey, cheapest beach block lot homes in the United States. Interesting. I feel like Atlantic City is kind of like Detroit in my mind.
Is it? No. Detroit got way worse.
Way worse.
Atlantic City.
Atlantic City's got casinos.
Yeah, Atlantic City still got a lot of nightlife going on, a lot of employment.
I kind of thought, I've never been to Atlantic City, so tell me when I'm wrong here, chat. But I sort of thought that it's just the casinos and nothing else there. Unlike Vegas, where I think Vegas has lots of other businesses happening, and it's
got the dome
city outside of it.
Keep the ideas coming. So maybe we need to do the Flip Flop Flipper Travels
International.
Well, definitely the Flip Flop Flipper International. We're up for that.
The traveling flip.
We're going to do fishing and flipping, but now we could just do like a weekly. We travel to your city and we look at a deal with you and make a video.
Oh, that would be cool.
Oh, that'd be sick, huh?
Cool, yeah.
Apex members,
who's up for that? If you want us to come to your city and evaluate a deal with you to put on the YouTube channel, what do they comment?
They need to join Apex and DM us directly.
Comment travel here in the thing so that we'll know who's.
Well, you know what we could do, guys? We could make it a reward in Apex. If you get this many points, you will fly out.
Top reward.
If you get level 8 or level 9, we'll fly over to you and look at a deal with you.
That'd be pretty cool.
I like it.
I like that.
What's this question?
Oh, they were just saying it'd be a good idea to document these deals that we're doing.
Right. I agree.
We're doing that.
Love that.
We're gonna do it.
And Anton is gonna help with the.
Anton, send us your information right now. right
He is
now.
gonna call me. Shoot me
Go
a
in and
text.
text and send it there.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah, don't text me. Shoot me a DM on school.
There you go.
There you go. All right.
Fabian's
Guys, keep the questions
asking
coming,
about
and
your.
we've got. I love how this Monday Night
Yes,
Live is
we
going.
will do it as is.
What is this question?
Questions about the foreclosure. We do not want to touch it. We think it's good enough for a real estate investor. We're going to give it a great price that they can come in and put it to their standards. And you can see it in the neighborhood. Literally, the building right next to us was a multifamily that got fixed up really, really nice. In front of us, there's a couple buildings that's just, single families that got fixed up really nice. I think that deal, whoever gets it there, has a ton of equity.
We had 4
hits it out the
different
park.
neighbors come out while we were there this afternoon after we won it this morning.
Thank us.
And they were all like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy that someone's bought this. Please get us a good neighbor." So
Yes.
whoever buys this and fixes it up, you're going to have a fan club on the street.
Oh, yeah.
I love and it's important, guys, to have the neighbors support your renovations. Sometimes they don't, and it's a headache.
Yeah.
Alan, I sent
Hey,
you
Alan.
him with the new onboarding link. The reason that one didn't work is that I have a new link and I need to change out the old one. But I've sent you the updated one. Check your DMs and we can hop on a call. I did see your message and looking forward to talking.
Alan, and you got a call with me too. I have you on my list for foreclosure, so I'm going to be calling you soon.
And Alan, we talk every day, so just keep texting me, buddy. Alan texts me in the morning, and sometime like late in the afternoon or before I'm going to bed, I'm texting Alan back like, "Oh,
sorry,
yeah." So.
We got to get your calendar set up, and that's something I'll try and work on this week. We'll get it connected to Google, and so you guys can block off time slots.
We just need to make your dad the next candidate for Neuralink. And just make sure he's connected to the internet all the time.
Is there one candidate that has ever survived?
Yeah, there's one guy right now.
Then I'm in. Let's do it. Sign me up.
Just connected.
Long as it's not killing all of them. I mean,
no, they're all doing really good.
They're doing good.
They're doing good at Call of Duty.
I'll take it.
Dad, when you were growing up, and you made a zip line, what happened with that? And I feel like that's the story.
That's the story of the Navy. That's right.
That's what broke you.
If you're gonna do these ridiculously crazy things, you need a good friend. I had a good friend. So the zip line that McKenna's talking about, we tied a rope, like a 1/4-inch nylon rope, from one tree to the next tree, and we were 35 feet up in the air, guys. And we took a metal trapeze off of an old swing set and sent Derek up to the top of the tree to zip line across. And it worked so well until the rope bowed in the middle and then snapped. And Derek fell about 15 feet down straight on his back. Oh my God, it's good to have good friends.
That's how
he finally we were watching like, oh my God, did we kill Derek? And then he breathed and we all burst out laughing. It was so much fun. And I've gotten so much joy out of telling the story. Like, for the rest of my life, I tell the Derek story. So that's what McKenna's talking about. That's I don't know who the Neuralink people are, but they're surviving. Sign me up.
Surviving.
Sounds good.
They're doing great.
They've gone down the zip line successfully. You can go down too.
I mean, if one person has done it successfully, I should be fine.
That's right. Nisha's looking forward to Jerry. We are too.
Yeah, I am too.
Jerry's
Principles of Increase was asking us where in DR that hotel project was. It was in the middle.
Gosh, it was on a river in the middle. I mean, we drove. We flew into the main city, and then drove 2 hours into the jungle. And I don't know what the name of the town was or anything.
Take a zip line there.
Cool place. So we parked on one side of the river. And we walked across a pretty rickety rope bridge to get to this place on the other side of the river.
The zip line sounds better now.
Yeah. And we showed up at like midnight and it was like, okay, who went first? Like, who were we there with, McKenna?
We were there with
Lance. Oh, we sent Lance. Yeah. So Lance was our Derek in the DR. We're like, Lance, go over that bridge.
Poor guy. He didn't even know what you guys were doing.
We all made it.
This was his property, Adon, or he knew.
These were his friends. He had been there before.
Okay.
And Lance is not a guy who's not brave. He's like, yeah, I'll go. I'm going.
He is No questions. We have
No
two
questions.
hotels that I believe are all inclusive. They started doing this like 2 years ago. Where are they at?
There you go. I knew we must have all inclusives.
He
here.
said 2 years ago. All right. So my information was 2 years old. That's wrong.
Okay. Your information was 3.5 years old.
Yeah.
Raymond is asking how to sign up for the masterclass. Raymond, I'm going to put a link here in the chat.
To Apex.
All right, and this will be the only time you'll ever hear me say this, because normally we'd say, hey, go sign in right now and do it today. Wait till midnight. Sign up tomorrow, October 1st, so that we have the best chance to win the school games.
Yes.
If you don't mind.
And Derek, Raymond, it's not about just the master classes. Master classes are great, but we have fix and flip course in there. We are planning on putting more courses in. We're just trying to hone in on what people really want to see, like Act 60 and stuff like that. And you get full access to Robert and his team. It's just, and the whole community that's there is doing deals. So
yeah, we're really doing deals inside of Apex. I think with today's deal, we're at like 7, maybe 8. If we had an Apex member close a deal today in Maine.
Yes.
So we're at 7 or 8 deals, and we've only been doing this for 2 months, and we're still working out, what the kind of core being of the group is. But
yeah,
everything we do, we're trying to do more real estate, right? Like, so that's really where our heart is. We want to, not only do we want you to partner with us, but we want to see other people partnering with other people. So yeah.
That's the only criteria for this group. If you are going to do real estate and you want to do more real estate, we want you to do it with us, but we're happy for you to do it with other people in the group and for partnerships to form and for deals to get done.
Yes.
If a rising tide rises all boats, and there's more than enough deals.
If you don't want to be pressured into doing real estate, I shouldn't say pressured, but encouraged to be doing real estate, don't join Apex, because if you come there and you're sitting on the sidelines, we're going to be asking why. And we're really encouraging. For us, it's success when we see members of the group buying real estate, investing in real estate, and making deals happen.
Yeah. And besides us, there's people like Aaron, Nisha, and who's the other guy I'm missing here? Noel, Joel. All these people are doing deals. Julio, Oscar,
Juan Perlam.
Just great people to know, all masters of their field, and just you're gonna get so much value just from them. You're never gonna talk to this guy.
I don't need to.
But what if they wanted to reach him at any hour of the day? If only there was an amazing tool that they could use to talk to him.
So that's what we did. We skipped Neuralink and went straight to Skynet. So
I don't know if
we created the Flipinator.
There's
the Flipinator's there,
which is an AI chatbot that's supposed to sound like him. I think we're still working on making it sound more like him, but it gives a pretty okay answer, and it'll answer any question you put in there about real estate, which is pretty fun. I like to go in there and talk to it, and it tells me that it's proud of me, and it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, congratulations. Way to go. You made an offer. You did it.
Woohoo! All right, there are 3 guys with Neuralinks, all paraplegic guys, and it's working great.
Yep.
Are they walking?
Call of Duty? No, but they're playing Call of Duty. Like, the thing is reacting to them.
Holy cow.
It's just like no mouse or anything. It's just they look that way. Dot, 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 dot. It's pretty crazy.
Wow.
They're playing Call of Duty with their brain?
Yes.
Man.
It's sick.
The society's done. People are going to get no work done ever.
Well, it'll be even easier, because the thoughts you have to transfer to your fingers to write things down. Now all you have to do is just think about it. Open a word page in your head and
wow.
Oh my God.
Don't even know what you want to write. Think about what you want, and the AI will write it for you.
That's true.
Which is amazing.
The Flipinator.
Michael K. Turn a 1,200 square foot warehouse into an apartment. Add plumbing for 2 bathrooms, full electricity. Divide area with gypsum. Basically, it's a shell. How much per square foot can I expect in Santurce? Robert, I know you've done this a couple times.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Right now, I'm landing on $40 a square foot as a kind of. I don't think that's a high end renovation, but I also don't think that's a low end renovation. So $40 a square foot is a good benchmark. Of course, you can always spend more money, guys. I mean, right? So There's no question that you could spend $100 or $200 or $300 a square foot. But I believe that you could do exactly what you're talking about, Michael, for $40 a square foot. And
how many times have you done that?
That's $50,000 to do that. We were doing it cheaper than that up until we had this stupid inflation thing hit.
Stupid inflation.
Yeah. I really 3 years ago, I would say $40 was like at the top of what we were doing. Now it's sort of the floor. So it's shifted.
All right.
I don't know how many times, McKenna, on the island of Puerto Rico, dozens.
Yeah. Michael, where is
Doing it right now?
where's your warehouse? What part of Santurce? What are the crossroads?
Yes.
The Puerto Rican, did you feel unsafe in Dominican Republic, Robbie? You've heard wild stories about it.
I didn't. No, I felt safe the whole time.
And this guy sticks out like a sore thumb over there.
Yeah, but they weren't gringo hating me or anything.
Not yet. You know, you're not conquering the Dominican Republic yet.
No, I think you'd like it, Jason.
It's pretty fun.
I think you'd like it. And I was not in the tourist area either. Like we were off in the country. We were doing some importing stuff. So we were going to factories and stuff. It was a lot of fun. And
it was very cool.
It was factory after factory where they'd have hundreds of people there working and just getting stuff done. It was amazing. We went to a glass factory that must have had 250 people working, and there was glass being cut here and then big sheets of it coming on a conveyor belt across the top of the thing, and people grabbing the stuff. It was like, how in the world do they know what's going on? But they were getting it done. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, and that's something we haven't talked about a lot on this channel before, but what do you think about importing materials from overseas to do construction? Is it worth it?
It hadn't been worth it for me yet. So we've done it a few times. The closest it's come to being worth it is we imported some jacuzzi tubs or jacuzzis from China.
Is that what
Yami Oreo?
That's what she's trying to sell now.
So we're installing them right now. So we'll see if it was worth it because we're putting them in the hotel down in Rincon. We're gonna have two of our big suites that will have a jacuzzi out on the deck
upstairs
overlooking the ocean.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll be sick.
I don't know about that. That's
so as long as they don't spring a leak and they work, I think it'll be worth it. But who knows?
How much was it to get a hot tub from China?
It wasn't that much, man. Maybe $1,000 for each one, something like that.
Yeah.
We also imported with Yami, and this I think was a success. We imported these. I wouldn't call them upcycled shipping containers because they were factory built, brand new.
Yeah.
And we put them up on the property that we then partnered with Yami on in Manatee. I think she's got them actually doing nightly rental stuff now. And we were buying those, McKenna. They were like 30 feet by 10 feet or something like that. Basically the size of a small shipping container. And they came with windows and doors and toilets and stuff. And she just had to finish them out and turn them into hotel rooms.
Yeah, no, what's cool about her is she's not scared to order those things.
I think she's gone over and
she's
looked.
She's really figured it out. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to get her to come into Apex so that people can talk to her about importing stuff.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah,
I need to text her.
Masterclass. I'm very interested in importing. That's my 4th or 5th career choice is importing concrete and selling it or aluminum or whatever. It just seems fun.
Yeah, there was a big
masterclass. Are there any members of Apex that would want to partner up and do a few arbitrage deals in Puerto Rico? I'd be willing to fund the first one. All right. Who's trying to do a deal with Aaron? Aaron, what are you looking for? Oh, Adon just claimed it. Sorry, guys.
Mine. You guys get nothing. Aaron, let's go. Send me a message here on the island. Let's do it.
Yeah.
What's next?
So an arbitrage deal, Aaron, are you looking at like Airbnb arbitrage? That's what I'm guessing.
I know about these 4 apartments on Ponce de Leon that are about to come up. You know, this guy's moving out to his nice new condo. I haven't talked to him about it, but you know, you might know who he is.
Who is he?
Some 6'7" guy gringo that's moving into his nice.
I heard about that guy.
Yeah.
They keep saying he's pretty good looking.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but you know,
yeah,
I got no opinion there.
Courtrooms and he's not.
Hey, I think Aaron might have texted me on one of the videos and asked, or on a something that we've got a guest house for sale, asking if I would do arbitrage. Was that you, Aaron? I didn't realize it at the time.
Guest house for sale sounds good.
Yeah. The Puerto Rican, they don't look that way, Don. They think that way. I don't remember what you said, but
Talking about the Neuralink, they don't even have to look; they just think it.
Oh, yeah, that's sick.
That's pretty cool.
Raymond, great. I'm looking forward to partnering with the team. Together, everyone accomplishes more.
Let's go.
Amen.
Join Apex tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning. So it counts for October. No, not tonight.
12:01.
All right, we'll start sending out the link at 12:01.
Have you guys encountered any subdivision purchases or added value projects in Puerto Rico?
I have a 45-acre, 200 house subdivision in Lares. I'm an opportunist when it comes to buying land. I don't prefer it, and I'm not a developer that does ground up stuff. But we bought the land about a year and a half ago. It came with 10 houses or 10 shells of houses. We finished out 2 of them and sold them off. We still have 8 shells on the property and then 200 more houses to be built. But it needs infrastructure. It needs somebody who knows how to do the ground up development. I'm looking for partners. I'm the best seller you've ever got. We could do seller financing. I'd sell it cheap for cash. Yeah,
he was doing a sweetheart deal for the last guy who was going to buy it.
Yeah.
So it's true what he says.
Yeah, he'll
get the deal done for you.
I will tell you that I'm unlikely to ever build the 200 houses, but I'd very much like to see someone else do it. And so, yeah, talk to me, hit me up.
How hard is it for someone to convert a warehouse to an apartment building?
You were just talking about that today.
That is funny.
Yeah.
As we were driving around today, talking to this guy, I saw an abandoned warehouse and I said, wow, nobody's doing this, but why not buy those abandoned warehouses and turn them into loft apartments? I don't think that that's a super hard thing to do. Generally speaking, the better use for the warehouse would be housing. So I think you'd have to look at the zoning and make sure, but assuming you're allowed to do it with the current zoning or easily get a change.
Yeah.
The build out of a big warehouse into these apartments is relatively easy.
You did that with the, what's it called? The Green Monster, right? It was like a warehouse.
We took a department store that was a 2-story department store and built 4 apartments on the 2nd floor and kind of left it as a department store on the bottom floor.
Okay. Yeah. And it came out really nice.
It came out really nice. Yep.
So it can be done.
Well, guys, we're running out of time here. If you have any more questions, we've got a couple more minutes. We're a little bit over, but we like to stay a little late. Ask your final questions. And if we didn't get to your question, if we missed it, ask us in school. We answer them there.
McKenna, I got a question.
Tell me, Don.
I wanted to hear about your deal today. It sounded really, really good.
I wanted to talk about my deal, and
you don't want to talk about it?
No, I did.
Oh, let's talk about it.
So yeah, if you guys didn't see my video earlier, I just put one out. But I have a partner. His name is Ken, and I bought a few properties from him. He has 3 more. That's his last 3 houses. He's 80 years old, and he wants to be done with it. He's out. He's retired, and he just doesn't like managing the rentals anymore. So he has asked me to buy them, all 3 as a package, and he's willing to seller finance it to me. I just sent over my first offer. He's already agreed to 15 to 20 years as the timeline to seller finance it. Our last 2 deals were $5,000 down. So that's what I offered this time, $5,000 down a house. And then I did the math and I calculated the ARV on these 3 properties at $1,045,000. And I think the current value is like $775,000 if I just listed it on the MLS. If they were clean, empty, move-in ready, but not renovated, $775,000. I offered him $668,000 with payments of $2,900 a month for 20 years at 0% interest. And my plan, if he says yes to that, which is an amazing deal, is I'm going to sell half of that deal for $115,000. honestly, I might need more. If he says yes to that deal, I might have to try and go get 150. Yeah, so it's just such a good deal that I almost don't want to let it go, even though I need the cash. I'm like, man, over 20 years, I'm going to make $2 or $3 or $5 million with renters that are going to pay the payment for me and pay the insurance and pay the taxes, and all I have in it is $5,000. I mean, it's pretty exciting. So he does like to negotiate. I sent him my first offer. We'll see what he says.
So why are you getting so the 150 is for a partner to buy in with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to buy 50%.
And what, and fix up the properties, or
no? It's to go
just to buy in.
Just to buy in.
He's looking to put some money in the bank so that he can live the good life for a minute.
Think of it like I'm wholesaling this deal, but so good that I'm only willing to wholesale half, and that's my assignment fee.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, I like it.
And I'm gonna change that price depending on how good the deal is. It's all gonna be based on math and return on investment, but I think it's pretty solid.
And these are not ghetto houses either. These are really kind of
nice houses,
moderate houses,
3-bedroom, 2
starter homes, $350,000 to $450,000 homes in Orlando, Florida. Not terrible. Like, none of them are tear downs. None of them need massive renovations, and they're in good neighborhoods.
Yes.
And they're rented now. They're also rented, bringing in cash flow
for under market rent.
And your offer would allow for you to instantly make money.
Yes, I can.
You and your partner
go and increase rents, and I'm suddenly making $1,000 a month. Or I could just buy them and sell them and make some money. That could be good too.
If you get that offer, you're not allowed to sell them.
Honestly, it's free money.
Not for at least 5 to 10 years. You have to keep that.
Would you buy in? Money. Would you give him the 150 and get 50?
I'm possibly interested.
Yeah, I see it in your face. I see. He's like, sounds good to me.
It doesn't sound bad.
No, and the nice thing about it too is they're rented from day one. So it's not like some of our other investments where we have to do a 6-month reno and then we're going to get rented and that's going to take another 3 months. It's from day one. There's no loss. It just goes up. You're buying with equity. The payments are being paid. A couple of those renters have been there for years already, so they're going to stay.
Well, and guys, listen. There's only one guy on the planet that could get that deal possibly from Ken, right? And it's McKenna. He's built a good relationship with him.
He's bought before
over the last couple of years, and this isn't something that's like just a deal that's going to be available to anybody. Ken's coming to McKenna because every time McKenna has performed.
Yeah. The way I met Ken, guys, is he had a listing for a rent-own home that I found as a comparable for another home I was looking at, and I called the number, and that's how this whole thing started. I was his rent-to-own tenant. Made sure that he was okay with me putting a tenant in there first off when I did the deal, but the entire process, it's been now years of knowing this guy and making payments every month, and every time I call him, he ends the call with "Thank you for your faithful payments," is what he says.
That's awesome.
He's never once had to ask me for the money. Every month I'm on time, and he likes me, and he knows that I'm serious about it. And every time I'm on the phone with him too, I tell him, "Hey, I'm trying to do more. I want to be like you, Ken. I'd like more houses, and now it's led to this. So it is pretty exciting."
So I have a question, and maybe this is something you might not know, but are you paying into like a trust that he's gonna let this mile? He's obviously 80. You're making 20-year deals. Like, is the money gonna pile up for his children, his grandchildren, and all that stuff? Is that his plan?
Ken has no heirs.
Yeah, I think his plan is to live to 100.
It's just party hard. Go to Vegas, spend it all. I like it. I like Ken.
I don't know. So Ken is 80. I don't know if he's got any nieces or nephews or anything like that, but I know he has no children, no ex-wives, no nothing. I don't think he has any siblings. I'm really not sure what happens if Ken did pass. And To be honest, I think I do have 15 to 20 years, so I'm not too worried about it. And if it happens, we'll figure it out then.
Cool. That's pretty sick.
All right. Any one more question in the group here we can get to? And
yes.
Are you going to make a video of your new home purchase?
Yes, we are. We're gonna invite the group that bought it with us from Apex, and we're gonna get their reaction to it. We'll try and follow the process too. So now what will happen is we'll likely try and find a new buyer, and then we'll follow them along their path to success as well. So we bought it well enough that we can basically wholesale it, even though we're closed on it.
Yeah, it's a
We
double.
can still wholesale it and leave enough meat on the bone that the next person is going to make the lion's share of the money.
Yeah.
And then 115 for 50%. Yes, depending on what the final deal is. I'm pretty confident that what I offer today, Ken's going to counter. So, you know, the numbers are going to change, and that'll dictate how much I ask and what I'm looking to get. But that would be in the range of what I'm trying to do. And maybe that's too little.
It sounds too little to me. I was like, if I had the 150, I'm throwing it over there. I'm sending it tomorrow. Here you go.
You're getting 50% equity of.
Oh my God, of $1 million or more.
So let's break down the deal real quick. If I come in, McKenna, and I'm your partner, and I put up the $115,000.
Yep.
Month one, we're making $1,100 a month. How much of that do I get?
I think you're making $100 a month after taxes and insurance.
So we're not really making any cash flow.
No cash flow.
So how much equity do I have for the half that I bought then?
You have, let's see. I offered 668. I think it's worth 775 today. So that is 107,000 day one.
So there's 107,000 of equity, but if I put 115,000 in, now 668 plus 115.
Yep.
I have no equity.
You have no equity. Well,
I want my money back.
Adon wants. I'm out.
I want it no more.
No, listen, why would someone invest $115,000 into something with not a ton of equity and really no cash flow, but you have a 0% interest loan on the bulk of it? So your half is going to be paid down by someone else.
Yeah, the principal goes down all the time.
Yeah.
So
and also I'm avoiding taxes of capital gain. I need to put the money somewhere. That'd be a good place to put it, right?
Yeah.
You're really actually making $2,900 a month, because those payments, 100% of it is paying down the mortgage. It's building equity. So if you get half of the deal, you're making $1,450 a month on your 115
plus half of the other 100. So you're making $1,500 a month on your 115. That's the truth of what's really happening.
Yes.
You're just sort of forced to reinvest it, right? So
yes. It's like one of those trusts that people buy, you know, a 10-year annuity. You're getting these payments, but you can't touch the money for 10 years.
Yeah.
It's very similar to that.
And if they go vacant and you wanted to fix them up, they're worth significantly more. Yeah. If they go vacant and you fix them up, you could also get significantly more rents.
And it's 3 buildings, right?
3 houses.
3 houses. All under rented as well. So if they did ever vacate, you could go and re-rent for a significant increase. I mean, it's.
Would you have to renovate, or you could just
as is
do some paint here and
paint and carpet? Is it in Florida? Can this be a destination of a 1031 exchange? How would that work if they're getting?
I think it could be a 1031 exchange. It is in Florida, so 1031 exchange would work, depending on the like-kind property that you're exchanging out of. But yes.
Can they exchange into 50% of a deal?
I think so.
Really?
I'm not an expert on 1031, but I think so.
We don't have that down here, so I have
no idea. They don't allow it here in the island, so it's out of sight, out of mind for me.
Yeah.
There you go.
Plus, I wish they had only done it one time ever. I think I've only been involved with that once ever. So I'm no expert on it.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, I think this has been a great call, and guys, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, you guys, that was awesome. Go ahead, Don.
All right. So, reiterating, you need to join Apex October 1st.
Tonight.
No, not tonight. October 1st. Let it be October 1st, 8 o'clock in the morning. Because if you do it at 11, it's not going to count. We need it October 1st. We're calling on everybody here to help us. We want to win these games. We want to be there with the muscle man himself, Alex Hormozy, telling us how we're all doing it wrong, and he's going to show us how to do it right. We're excited. We need this. We only want to improve for these communities. So, guys, thank you for joining us tonight. We're super excited with our Apex members that bought the foreclosure sale with us today. Congratulations to them.
And Aaron.
We're going to shoot a video about it. Aaron, if we're going ice fishing, we're going to go shoot a video up there too.
Yep.
And anybody else that has an amazing deal, join Apex, tell us about it, and we might go over there and shoot it. We got to Ukraine and shot deals, so why not go to somewhere nicer where there's no war? So, just saying. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yep, that was fun, guys. Thanks a lot.
Good night.
Join
Good night.
Apex.
God bless.
The link is in the chat.